Good morning, y'all. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Nikki. Today's video should be the last one going up before Christmas, and it is a giant empties video. I've got a massive bag full of products. I haven't done empties since the end of September, so this is all of my October and November products that I've used up. I've got candles, I've got body care, I've got soaps, I've got it all. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Oh, and I did also want to mention, I did not include anything that I've burned through in the month of December. So all of the Christmassy type scents will be in the next empties video. This is all fall, so it's all October and November. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the 3-wick candles. So I did get through my vanilla pumpkin marshmallow. Y'all know I loved this packaging style, by the way. The copper lids with the pumpkins. I thought it was so cute. This candle, I was reminded of how good this candle was when I burned it this year. The notes are Tahitian vanilla, pumpkin spice, homemade marshmallows, and drizzled caramel. This is a beautiful vanilla marshmallow scent. It has just the littlest hint of pumpkin spice. There's not a whole lot of a pumpkin-y scent. This is more of just a sweet, delicious, rich vanilla marshmallow scent with some caramel in there that adds even more richness. It is sweet. It is yummy. I burned it in my bedroom, so a little bit of a smaller space, and it did fill up that space really well, and it added the coziest atmosphere. So this is a good one. I get this one every year, and it does not disappoint. Another good gourmand scent that I get every year in the fall that is just probably one of my absolute favorites from Bath & Body Works ever is pumpkin pecan waffles. This is the candle that started it all for me. I love burning this in the fall. It is just so rich and delicious. The notes are maple syrup, golden waffles, pumpkin spice, and brown sugar. And if you are a person who doesn't like maple syrup, don't let that scare you away. It doesn't have a heavy maple note. It is much more of that golden waffle and the brown sugar. It's a very bready, delicious, rich gourmand scent. It is so good. This one has a huge throw. It fills up a space, and it is perfect in the fall when the weather starts to cool down and you really want to transition into those delicious gourmands. This is a must for me every single year. All right, and then also from that collection, I burned through Sweet Cinnamon Pumpkin. This is a very spicy, heavy on the clove pumpkin scent. So the notes are warm cinnamon, fresh ground clove, vanilla cream, and brown sugar. Yeah, this is a good late fall candle for me. I love burning this in November or towards the end of October. Here in Texas, in Central Texas, Texas is big, our weather is different everywhere, but in Austin, where I live, we don't really start getting those cold fronts until the end of October, and even then, they only last for a short period of time, and they're not that cold. But that's around the time that I like to start burning scents like this. It's not a sweet, gourmand, baked good scent. It's a spicy fall scent. Think cinnamon and clove. Wraps together perfectly. You get that pumpkin. It's such a nostalgic scent for me. It is very classic, and it had a pretty good performance this year as well. All right, a new one this year that I absolutely loved was Spiced Pumpkin and Patchouli. If I still had one of these, I would be burning it right now because this is great in the late fall and winter as well. Oh my gosh, it's so good. The notes on here are rich pumpkin, warm patchouli, and a touch of cinnamon sugar. That patchouli, it elevates it so much. It is another spicy pumpkin scent. You still get pumpkin, you get that little bit of a cinnamony feel, but then the earthiness from the patchouli that just adds that little bit of a outdoorsy, kind of like you're working in the garden soil sort of a quality, but not so much so, just a little bit. It just elevates things. It makes it cozy. It makes it perfect for this time of year because it just really evokes weather where it starts to get dreary and rainy and there's a little bit of moisture in the air. That's what this candle feels like to me. It was a really good one. I hope they bring it back next year. It also smells a little bit like a men's cologne, but more like a niche men's cologne or something a little bit different. It doesn't smell like your typical standard cologne scent. It's very interesting, very different, and I love that about it. All right, so this is pumpkin carving. This was actually in last year's packaging. I did not get a new pumpkin carving this year because I wanted to finish up last year's. I loved last year's packaging, the Haunted Mansion theme with the cobwebs on the lid. I thought it was so cute. The notes on pumpkin carving are freshly carved pumpkin, spiced pumpkin seeds, and smooth brown sugar. And this just smells like the inside of a pumpkin when you're carving it. Very true to the name. You do have some added sweetness from that brown sugar, but it is a very standard, traditional, perfect, classic pumpkin scent. It does not smell like a baked good. It smells like the fruit itself, the inside of the pumpkin, that fresh pumpkin-y scent you get when you carve into it. Very, very nice for the fall time, especially around Halloween. If you are doing pumpkin carving or anything like that, pumpkin painting, crafting your home, you want something cozy to really elevate the mood, that's the candle for you. All right, then I got through 2 of Harvest Gathering. So this was last year's and this was this year's. I just finished off what I had left and the candle from last year, and then I did a whole one from this year. Harvest Gathering is one that I burn every year in November. It's very, very cozy. The notes are fresh picked apple, autumn berries, and clove buds. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It smells a lot like leaves, if you know what the leaves candle smells like, and that one is coming too. This one to me, just because it has those berries in it, it's a little bit richer, a little bit deeper. You still get the perfect amount of sweetness from the apple, but it's, I think, a little bit more tart than leaves perhaps. It smells a lot like a craft store scent, like Michael's or Garden Ridge or something like that. It smells like potpourri, and it is great in the fall time when you're looking for those spicy, warm, traditional sort of scents. And since I just mentioned leaves, here is that one as well. I love this candle. It is such a classic Bath & Body Works scent. It's been around for years. I feel like it was here even in the 90s. The notes are crisp red apple, golden nectar, and warm clove spice. So as you can see, the notes are similar to Harvest Gathering. It doesn't have the berries listed in there, and it has nectar. And that nectar gives it this little bit of added sweetness. I love burning this at the very beginning of the fall season. It works all the way through the fall, but it really puts me in the fall mood. It is like a crisp, juicy, sweet apple that is just drizzled in sweet, sugary nectar, and then you get these spices as well. I am not somebody that likes an apple scent usually, but apple, when it is done like this, is perfect. Then I got through my last year's White Pumpkin Oakwood. I forgot how much I love this candle, and when I was burning it this year, I remembered how good it is. I'm gonna have to get it again next year. I hope they put it back out. This is one that has come out the last couple of years, and it's so good. The notes are fresh picked white pumpkin, smooth sandalwood, and spiced pear. I can't get a whole lot of the scent out of the bottom of this because since it's burned all the way down, but it is so smooth and creamy. That sandalwood note is so nice, but it's not too heavy and woodsy. It's a creamy, sweetened, woody sort of scent. The pear notes in there, the pumpkin notes in there, everything is just really rounded and smooth. And to me, it smells a lot like the acorn spice scent from Mrs. Meyer's and the cleaning spray, but even better because you don't have the actual cleaning product scent in there as well. It's very, very cozy. I know I'm saying that about all of the fall scents, but that's kind of the point of a fall scent, is to give you that cozy autumn sort of vibe. This candle is one that I feel like is perfect in the evening. It is sweet, but not gourmand. It's not gonna put somebody off because it is cloying or anything like that. And it's not a heavy, woody cologne type of scent. It is perfectly blended right in the middle, very smooth. I love that. And then the last one that I got through is Pumpkin Snickerdoodle, another gourmand, good scent. I love a good cookie scent in the fall and winter. The notes are warm sugar sprinkles, ground cinnamon, fresh nutmeg, and it says sprinkled with sugar. It's delicious. It smells a lot like sugared snickerdoodle, but just maybe a hint more spice and a little bit less of the buttery cookie sort of note. But if you know what sugared snickerdoodle smells like, this is pretty much just a slight variation on that. You've got the same buttery, delicious sugar cookie sort of a base, and then you've got spices in there. Very warm, very delicious. Smells like you're walking by a cookie shop. So that's all the candles I burned through in October and November. I know I am going fast. I'm doing that on purpose because I have so many products. So now I'm going to jump into hand soaps. All right, so first off, my favorite hand soap to use in the fall time. I got through 2 of them. Did I do 3? 3 of them. I got through 3 Autumn S'mores. We need this in body care. We need it. I want to start a petition to Bath & Body Works next year in the fall, make Autumn S'mores a full body care line. It's so good. The notes are crisp apple, gooey marshmallow, and cinnamon spice, and it smells like a s'more with the best, most delicious, crunchy graham cracker note, a smooth creamy chocolate, a gooey marshmallow, and that little hint of an apple note. Just It smells so good. The apple gives it this little bit of a tartness and a little bit of a fruitiness. It just makes it more of like a juicy s'more. And I know that sounds really weird. And before I smelled it, I was like, I'm not sure how I'm gonna feel about this because I love s'mores. But when I think about adding an apple, it doesn't seem like it would be good, but it's so good. I love the apple note. I love what it does. I love that it makes it a little bit unique. It's not your typical standard s'more scent. It has something a little bit extra, and this as body care, I need it. So yeah, I got through 3 of those. Then I finished off a Vanilla Bean Noel that I already had from years past. This was actually a really good formulation of this. They're really hit or miss with their Vanilla Bean Noel every year. I love Vanilla Bean Noel. I always have. When I was a teenager, when I was a kid, I wanted it every year, and I just have the best memories. And it smells so good. But the last 2 or 3 years, as you know, it's gone downhill. But the notes on this are fresh vanilla bean, warm caramel, and sugar cookies. And this smells the way that it used to smell. I don't know what year this is from, but it had that perfect sugar cookie whipped cream sort of scent that is just, it's mouth-watering, but it's got just the perfect amount of a musky and then whipped cream sort of added to it, a little bit of caramel, and it just comes together to make the most delicious, smooth, gourmand scent. Oh my gosh. I really miss the way they used to do Vanilla Bean Noel. I really, really hope they fix it. It's actually my scent of the day today, and I'm wearing it, and I think the 2019 body cream, which is really close to going bad at this point, so I'm trying to get through it. But I'm also sad because it's my last bit of really good Vanilla Bean Noel, but oh well. I also got through a Harvest Gathering in the hand soap. I loved this packaging with the leaves on it with a little bit of texture. I feel like it looked really classy and pretty. The notes are just like the candle. It's fresh picked apples, autumn berries, and clove buds. And it smells pretty much identical to the candle. I love having this in the kitchen. I feel like the spices just work perfectly in that area, and pretty much everyone likes this scent. I don't know anybody who really, really dislikes this. So if you have guests over and they're gonna wash their hands, I feel like this is a pretty safe bet for that in the fall time, and it's just a nostalgic classic scent. This is not from Bath & Body Works. I don't really know why I threw it in there, but this is a hand soap that my mother-in-law had gotten me from Costco. There were a set of them, and I had just finished up this one early in December this year, so I guess I did throw one thing from December in there, but a Holly Berry hand soap from Costco. You guys, there was nothing special about the scent of this. It just smelled like standard, traditional grocery store hand soap, but the packaging is super cute. So I did finish up that. And now we're gonna get into the body care. So let's start with shower gels. All right, I just have a few of them. First of all, I used up this 2-in-1 Bubble Bath Body Wash and Vanilla Bean Noel. I have had this forever. It says established 2017. I think that's probably the year that I got this, honestly. And I did use it as a bubble bath, but I haven't taken a bubble bath in so long. So for the last year or so, I've just been using it as a shower gel. Vanilla Bean Noel is such a safe shower gel that I feel like no matter what body cream or fragrance mist I want to put on afterwards, I can use this. So a lot of times I'll just get a body cream and a fragrance mist and a scent, and I don't get the shower gel unless I really love it. And then when I'm taking a shower before I'm going to wear that scent, I will use this underneath because I feel like it just goes with everything, sweetens everything up a little bit. It's classic. So I got through that. I got through... Is this my shower gel or my lotion? That's my lotion. Never mind. Hang on. I got through a shower gel in Sugared Snickerdoodle. I've been working on this one all year long. I think this is my second shower gel, actually, of Sugared Snickerdoodle. I love this scent. I wish they would have brought it back this year, but they didn't. It is a warm, delicious cookie scent that almost smells to me like a pretzel shop because it's really buttery, and then it's got cinnamon sugar, so it smells like cinnamon sugar pretzels to me. It's so good. The notes are snickerdoodle spice, creamy vanilla, and sugared musk. And it has this coolness in it. And that sounds weird because it is such a warm, delicious gourmand scent. It's not a cool scent at all. But what I mean is that it smells more like cookie dough than like a warm baked cookie. It almost smells a little bit like almonds to me as well. Like a cookie dough with almond in it and then sugared spices. In the fragrance mist, it is to me a lot warmer than it is in this and in the body cream. But don't think that it's like a cooling sort of a scent. It is a warm, gourmand, heavy kind of a scent. It just smells like cookie dough to me with spices in it. Then I got through a Bonfire Bash shower gel. Y'all know how I feel about Bonfire Bash. Probably one of my top 2 or 3 favorite Bath & Body Works scents. So, so good. The notes are vanilla bourbon, creamy sandalwood, and cashmere musk. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's just a must for me. I will always have to have this in my collection. It's got a little bit of a smokiness, and some people say they get a lot of smokiness to the point where they don't like it and it makes them feel kind of sick. To me, I just get a little hint of smokiness, and then what I get the most is this vanilla marshmallow kind of scent that is like a gooey toasted marshmallow, a buttery toasted marshmallow, and then a little bit of a woodsiness in the base of it, but not very much. So to me, it's more sweet and creamy than anything else, and then a little bit of woodsiness in there. It's almost gourmand, although I don't know that I would actually consider it a true gourmand. To me, it's more of a gourmand style woody perfumey scent. So I always love that one. Got through that. And now we are on to body creams and lotions. And I'm going to start off by just saying I did get through a Bonfire Bash, and this was last summer's body cream. I did cut it open to get every little last bit out of it. The same notes that I just read on the shower gel: vanilla bourbon, creamy sandalwood, cashmere musk. And then I got through it in this packaging as well. I didn't cut all of my body creams because a lot of the scents, I'm like, I have backups on backups, and I just didn't want to like cut it and go through like digging around in there. But I love Bonfire Bash. I got several backups in this year's packaging now to use throughout this year, and I hope they continue to bring this out year after year. Okay, then I finished off a vanilla confetti sparkle. I got several of these. This is such a good cakey scent. Everything that I'm talking about here, I honestly love. So if you're getting sick of me saying this one's so good and that one's so good, I mean, it's an empties video. I used up all of these products for a reason. It's because I love them all. But yes, vanilla confetti sparkle. The notes are creamy cake frosting, rainbow sprinkles, and vanilla bean. This is one of the best vanillas they have ever done. It smells like frosting. It smells like buttery, delicious vanilla frosting. Such a well done scent. Because it came out in the summertime this year, I'm like associating it with summer, but I actually feel like this is a perfect fall and winter scent as well. You can wear this year round if you love vanillas, but it is very gourmand, very much on the cakey, foodie side of a vanilla. It's not perfumey. There's no musk in there. There's nothing, there's no woodsiness, nothing like that. It is a pure gourmand. Then I finished up, this one has a ton of air in it, but it is empty, a marshmallow pumpkin latte. I believe this was last year's packaging. This one I love in October and November, especially November around Thanksgiving. This is such a nice fall scent. The notes are pumpkin latte, toasted marshmallows, creamy sandalwood, and praline musk. Y'all, that praline musk, it gets me in this scent. This is such a quintessential fall Bath & Body Works scent. It comes back every year. Oh my gosh, it is so good. I always forget how much I love this because I only use it in the fall. This is not one that I will wear year round, even though it doesn't actually have a lot of pumpkin or spice or anything like that. It also doesn't have a coffee note, really. It says latte, but really what this smells like is marshmallows and praline with a little bit of pumpkin spice in there, but the spiciness, not so much the pumpkinness. It's so warm and so delicious, and I love it. All right, I've got 3 more, y'all. So I used up the lotion from last year and the body cream from this year in pumpkin cupcake. So the notes are whipped buttercream, pumpkin spice, and vanilla cake batter. And this one, to me, does not smell very spicy at all. There's just the littlest hint of spice, not nearly as much as there is in marshmallow pumpkin latte. There is a lot of vanilla cakiness, kind of like a spice cake. If you think of like a pumpkin spice cake that's very light and then has like a vanilla frosting on it, which is exactly what this is supposed to smell like. It is not nearly as buttery, like a buttercream, as vanilla confetti sparkle. It is much more of like a sweet, spicy, sugary sort of scent. And it is pretty light, but I always really enjoy this one because I feel like it's really neutral. It's inoffensive. I feel like if you're somebody who doesn't want to smell like cake or like sweets, you probably wouldn't like it. But if you smell it on another person, it's not really heavy. So I feel like you can get away with it. And then the last one that I got through that I really hope they bring back at some point is Sugar Cherry Crisp. You guys, this came out 2 years ago and it's delicious. And I'm really surprised that I like it because cherry scents and me, we don't usually go so well. It usually always reminds me of like cough syrup or medicine. The notes on here are Bright Cherry Delight, crumbled graham cracker, and spun vanilla sugar. It's the graham cracker note that gets me. It's the graham cracker, that kind of pie crust note that Bath & Body Works does so well that they put in this. And then the cherry does not smell like medicine to me. I know for some people it probably does. Everybody's nose is a little bit different. Everybody's perception of scent is a little bit different. But for me, this smells like pie. It smells like delicious, gooey, like flaky pie crust and then really sweet sugared cherries. And I do think it's delicious. I wanted to get through it because I don't want it to go bad, but that was my last little bit of Sugared Cherry Crisp. So I hope they bring it back in the future because I will miss that scent like crazy. But that is all for my fall empties. I hope y'all enjoyed. This will be my last video before Christmas, but after Christmas I will be back. I am planning to do a New Year's or New Year's Eve scents video and then a best of 2022 for candles and for body care. So I'm going to do 2 separate videos, one for each of those, and those should all be coming out next week. So I hope you guys are ready. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, a great Christmas if you're celebrating, and I will see you guys in my next one.